95.5 WFMS. Good morning. It's a Monday after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we should have taken the day off today.
You know what? This should really be a holiday.
They talk about that.
I know it, yeah.
Yeah, by the way, if you didn't make it to the game, the end of the game, Chiefs won 38 to 35 over the Eagles. So there you go.
Field goal there.
Make it a holiday.
Yeah, I mean,
some schools give the day off. You know that?
That's
Didn't
true.
we do that when the Colts went to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, they said it was because it was cold.
Yeah,
right.
But that was it. Because I heard them say that the Super Bowl is the one program now that we all as a nation watch. Because there's so many other outlets you can go to for watching their streaming and everything else. But this is the one thing everybody unites on, and it's the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And, so everybody, I don't know about you, but I'm a little tired.
I'm very tired. But I'm glad I watched the game. So.
Yeah, I fell asleep, and then I woke up, and then I couldn't get back to sleep. You know how that works. Yeah. You're like,
great game.
Great game.
Great game.
Yeah, too. So a lot of fun. Now the Super Bowl come to an end. Now we can look forward to our new coach that they're going to be talking to.
Is it you drape? I mean, I don't think we know that for sure.
Well, it's pretty heavy speculation, but I don't think it could do anything until after last night.
Right, it couldn't. Yeah.
So we shall see what's going to happen there.
Keep it at speculation.
Okay, all right, we'll do that. Hey, right now 38 degrees after a beautiful weekend at WFMS. 95.5 WFMS. Jim, Deb, and Kevin, a Monday morning. How about a little good news to go along
if
with
you're
it?
an Eagles fan, you really need some good news this morning. How about these couple of stories here? A cop in Michigan gave a guy a much-needed hug, and his chest cam footage is making the rounds online. Have you seen this? The guy's pulled over on his way to work, and he's crying in his car because he was just overwhelmed with life. The cop came up and said, "Hey, is everything okay? Do you need a hug?" And the guy said, "Yeah, but I could use a hug." The cop immediately gave the driver a hug. And at the end of the video, you can hear the cop telling the man, "Hey, you can call me anytime. Well, let's just talk."
Oh, I love that.
So sometimes you just need a hug. Now, that's not me saying that.
Right.
I don't really like hugs. But, back in the 90s, a couple in New York were renovating their home when they found a stack of love letters stuffed inside the wall. The love letters date back to World War II. They've been tracking down the family ever since. This has been now almost 10 years they've been looking for the family who might have owned those letters. A TikToker who specializes in this kind of stuff managed to track down the couple's daughter, who is now 76 years old.
Oh, my gosh.
And got those love letters from her mom and dad back during World War II. And she says, "This was a great moment for me because it reminded me what great parents I have." Yeah, what a great gift that was.
Yeah, no kidding.
Letter stuff on the wall, and they finally, after almost 10 years, found out who it
The
belonged to.
TikToker, how do you describe the job that you do?
I'm a snoop.
I searched for stuff that's been
Special
stuffed
investigator.
away.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there you go.
But glad he did it. That is some good news for you. It's 6:14.
95.5 WFMS. Jim, Deb, and Kevin. It's time.
Yeah,
you need to tell her.
Okay. She wanted to know what this is all about. But the latest new coffee trend is going to be good for your pocketbook.
Okay.
It's called am I saying this right? Cheapuccinos?
Cheapuccinos.
Cheap-a-chino.
Yeah, it's the
What the heck
gas
is that?
station variety cappuccinos.
Okay.
It is very in. It is the new thing. It's a way to save money.
Sure.
And people are trying them and say, you know what? It's a lot cheaper than the baristas making it in the you-know-what store.
A lot of the gas stations have all the flavors.
And they
That's
jokingly call it a cheapuccino.
That's
and it's
hilarious.
become kind of the in thing to say, I'm going to get my cheapuccino. And you're seen at the local gas station versus sitting in line at the other place.
That's not a bad idea.
So I just said on the air that you should do, or off air, that you should do this today.
You should have a cheapuccino.
Okay.
Get you a cheapuccino.
Yeah. Well, and the ones that I was drinking from my favorite coffee place are...
that you said you're not going to go to anymore because you're upset
so
with them.
full of calories, and I just got to cut it out.
All right, so go with the cheapuccino that's also low in fat, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, maybe I'll try that.
Right.
Maybe they have a
But
sugar-free or something.
It's very in, and you can go to whichever convenience store / gas station that you may prefer, because each one could be a little different.
Just have a roller
But the
dog
article
right there.
said, it's very in to save money. That's very in.
Yeah.
Because we have to. But they said that one way to cut expenses is to move from the big name store, the big name restaurant to
the cheapuccino. Now,
the
I do
cheapuccino.
get that
I
on,
love the
on
name.
Christmas Day. That's what I get because nothing else is open.
Oh.
And so it's not that I don't like it. I think I've just gotten addicted to. It's so stupid.
It's
but I
the
think
experience.
It's the experience.
Yes.
I walk
Yes,
in there and I love
absolutely.
the smell of the place where I
Right.
usually go.
Yeah.
And so it's the whole experience. But here's the truth of the matter: 1 out of every 4 drinks is accurate. They screw it up or whatever. It's never, I have to go back in, blah, blah, or I get the wrong one, drink the wrong one. It's so stupid. It's overpriced, over calories. It's not good for me. Why am I drinking it?
Can you say on the air, I know you have in the past.
What?
Typically what you might spend in a given week or a month?
Yeah.
Okay, what is that?
It's a $7 drink. Times 5, $35 a week. That is the dumbest thing ever. Now, I don't like to shop, and I don't get my nails done. I never buy stuff for myself. Right. I don't splurge on myself.
You go to get your Chippuccino.
Except for that dumb thing.
Go to the convenience store and get the Chippuccino.
I'm going to do it.
And get gas while you're there.
There you go. Oh, good.
Oh, now
we know
you're
low on gas.
Now you're,
Well, we know you're low on gas. You're there already.
Okay.
From now on, you'll have more money in your pocket.
That's right.
Gas in her tank.
I got 40 miles in my tank.
Because Jim and Kevin told her about the Chippuccino.
95.5 WFMS. Good morning. It's Jim, Deb, and Kevin on Monday morning, and that means it is time for Deb's one pot meal.
Yes.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. And we should add this because I'm very proud of this fact. It's 4 ingredients.
4
And
ingredients.
I think it is foolproof. Like, I think if you don't cook, you can make this.
Okay.
And it's going to be pretty impressive because for Valentine's Day, most of us have eaten pasta and gone to an Italian restaurant that's romantic.
Yeah, I love pasta.
Have you ever had pink pasta noodles? Have you ever?
Not on purpose.
Well, now you're going to have them with Deb's one pot meal.
Okay.
How cool is that? So the recipe calls for a cup of chopped tomato, a pound of cooked shrimp, and if you go ahead and buy it cooked, the chef with this recipe said she literally just sautéed the shrimp in a pan for a couple of minutes in some oil, and it was done.
Okay.
A 7-ounce jar of pesto. And a package of linguine or spaghetti, whichever you choose. The recipe called for spaghetti, and it looks pretty cool.
Okay.
But she dyed it with beets, so it's healthy. So she made it pink with 1 beet.
Okay.
And then, and then she just made the pasta and then sautéed the shrimp and added the pesto and the tomato and then poured it over the top of it. And you are done. And when have you ever had pink pasta?
So it's like shrimp spaghetti or shrimp
It's a shrimp pasta dish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With just a
The actual name of it is 4-ingredient shrimp and pesto pasta.
just a dash of love is all you need.
Okay, are you done?
Well, it's Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it is Valentine's Day. And pink pasta, I
like
think,
that.
right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to look like you spent all kinds of time on it, but you just dyed it with a beet. It
That's
didn't
right.
take. I watched the video. It didn't take any time at all. So we'll have this on our Facebook page. You can check it out and get the 4 ingredients. If you want to add 2, you can get yourself a loaf of already made garlic bread in the bakery. You just stick that in the oven.
And it's going to be so much easier than trying to get into a restaurant.
So much easier. Heck, I was
And
at the
cheaper.
grocery. Cheaper, yes. I mean, this pasta's not that. Now, shrimp might be a little bit pricey, but the pasta's not that expensive.
Can you substitute something other than shrimp, like say hot dogs?
I would. That's a big no for me. You can buy strips of grilled chicken already made in a prepackaged,
Yeah. But shrimp
pouch.
is more of a love theme because of the pinkness of the shrimp. And
I think it'll look nice.
right.
Shrimp doesn't have a love theme.
Well, you just go along with me on this, right?
This is when you just nod your head.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you wanted to throw in dessert, I did see at the grocery store in the refrigerated section last night, they had little heart-shaped containers filled with chocolate dipped strawberries, and they weren't very expensive. So, I mean, there is no reason
You
you
are
shouldn't.
set.
I know. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to do something special.
95.5 WFMS. Jim, Deb, and Kevin, everybody, a little groggy after last night's Super Bowl. So thought we'd kind of give you a little pump, a shot of caffeine, if you will, here with Kevin's bad joke worth repeating.
Yeah, and I've got 2 here. So,
Wow.
I can do both, or you can just pick one. If you want to say A or B, which?
Well, I say both, Deb. What
You
do
wanna do both?
Well, yeah, why not?
Okay.
The
all right.
jolt we need.
All right. My wife complains that I don't buy her flowers.
Oh.
To be honest, I didn't know she sold flowers.
Oh, my gosh.
See, that was one I was not going to use.
Yeah, that's
okay.
pretty
But
stupid.
But you pressured me into reading
well,
that
then the next one better be better.
2 antennas met on the roof and fell in love and got married. Their wedding ceremony wasn't fancy. The reception, however, was excellent.
The reception.
Because there are 2 antennas on the roof.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
We just started from Mitchell Tenpenny. He was singing, and we're going
Was
to
that just practice?
chat with him.
Oh, it was on the air.
Oh, shoot.
About 6 minutes on WFMS. 95.5 WFMS. Jim, Deb, and Kevin, and it's a Monday morning. We heard from Mitchell Tenpenny just a few minutes ago, and we had a chance to talk with him. We were in Nashville, and I guess he kind of liked me.
Kind of. Yeah.
What's going on, man? You got such a good voice.
Oh, listen.
Oh,
look at that.
no.
Come on.
You know, the last
Come
person
on.
that told him that was Jimmy Allen, and we didn't hear about it at the end of it for 2 years.
So, I'm always second to Jimmy. It's fine.
You're a performer or a songwriter. Would you use a guy's voice like that in a song?
Oh yeah, man. We got to come up with something narrating the song. Hey, baby.
Okay, Jimmy.
You're going to go away in a few minutes, and we're going to have to live with that.
Well, you all sound. Everybody sounds great at the table
Jimmy,
equally.
go ahead, say hey, baby.
It's kind of a Perry White thing. Hey, baby.
Oh, there it is. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You're hired. Here we go. Bring him in.
A young performer that is listening right now is thinking about, do I need to make the jump to Nashville to make my career work?
If you want to be in country music, I always say you have to be here because you need to be playing every day. You need to find your people. You need to be playing rounds and singing your songs every day because you never know who's in the room. I mean, I have that story too where, I'm playing a set and I get pulled over and Sony Records is there. You just never know who you're playing for, and this town is the best in the world for that opportunity. And I'm, biased, unbiased, whatever. Nashville's the greatest city in the world, in my opinion.
Wow.
So
when did you decide that you wanted to do this?
I bumped my head early, man. I did. My grandmother, back to her, I went up to her office one time and I was a kid. She was grandma to me. I didn't realize, what she did. And she introduced me to these two guys, Curly Putman and Bobby Braddock. And they wrote He Stopped Loving Her Today, wrote Green Grass. I mean, just monster hits, God's Great, Beer's Good, People Are Crazy, just up to that,
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it, like, what a songwriter was until then. She's like, and I thought they were the coolest people ever. I was like, only the people that know. And I was like, that's cool. I want to be a songwriter one day.
Right.
Are you recognized at this point?
Man, it is cool. It is cool, and I don't take that for granted. People are like, oh, I know it's you when I hear you, and that means the world. That truly does. I'm very humbled by that.
So what keeps you humble?
How I was raised, my mother, my mom and dad, and just, it's. I get to play guitar for a living. If you think you're all that, like it's just a guitar, man. Like, the person that's serving you drinks is probably better than you. They just don't have a chance yet. And so taking advantage of the opportunity when you get it is very important to me because I know that there's so many great musicians and artists and talent here. So the fact that I'm getting the chance, you better stay humble because the town will take it away from you really quick if you're not.
Mitchell Tenpenny.
Wow, known for his song "Truth About You."
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And he's so nice.
It is really nice.
Very
from
humble.
Nashville, too. That's unusual. You find somebody that's actually from Nashville.
Went to high
with you.
school there.
Yeah,
Isn't that weird?
knows the town pretty well, so always fun visiting with him. 95.5 WFMS. Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Kevin's got your Nash News now, and it's a young country star's turn.
Yeah, details on that in about 30 seconds. Everyone is talking about Chris Stapleton's national anthem at the Super Bowl. We all saw it. We were texting each other immediately. Carly Pierce called it the most soulful anthem ever. Mickey Guyton said he killed it. Jordan Davis says he crushed it. And Parker McCollum called him the greatest singer of all time. And if you recall last week, Dierks Bentley mentioned that he was looking forward to him singing the national anthem, Chris Stapleton singing the national anthem, but that he was going to lobby long and hard for Chris to be the halftime performer sometime, and I think he'd be great at that.
I do, too.
You see the Eagles coach crying during the national anthem,
Yeah.
too? He was really touched by that song as well. Tim McGraw had a little backyard football fun over the weekend. He shot a video of him doing this. There's a video of the Chiefs quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, hitting a balloon on a wall by throwing the ball behind his back. And Tim McGraw tried it. On his second time, he was able to do it. He's a pretty good athlete.
Oh, sure. He's
And,
fit.
yeah, he's in good shape. Thanks, Deb, for pointing that out.
Just in case you didn't know.
By the way, the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, he beat the Eagles, in case you didn't know, 38-35. Should mention that score, I guess, maybe. NASCAR announced that Breland will perform the national anthem at the 65th Daytona 500 this coming Sunday.
Oh, we got to meet him in Nashville.
It happened Sunday on
Good
Fox
kid.
at 2:30.
Yeah.
Breland sings "Beers on Me" with Dierks Bentley and Hardy, and just a sharp kid,
Nice kid.
very nice kid. But he'll
And
be,
all about, he says it's all about giving back.
yeah.
And
So
he really does.
Chris Stapleton last Sunday.
Yep.
Breland this coming Sunday.
There you go.
That's your national
Smart
news
people.
now.
95.5 WFMS. Jim, Deb, and Kevin. It is a Monday morning. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day.
We have to defer to Deborah, our co-host, if this little factoid is true,
Uh-oh.
because she's a woman, so she would know this answer, I guess.
Mr. Obvious.
It says here that women find men who wear uniforms more attractive than guys in suits.
I would say yes.
A survey of
Really?
almost 2,000 women nationwide found that 74% of women prefer seeing a man in uniform.
That's
And
because a
is a
suit,
yes.
you might just be dressed up for a business meeting.
Mm-hmm.
But a uniform means you're pretty brave, in my opinion. Whether it's firefighter, police officer, military. You've gone to boot camp and been tolerated that. Like you're brave, you're strong, you can endure a lot.
So my old Dairy Queen uniform wouldn't count?
That's a no for me. Although, UPS, you lift heavy boxes. I mean, it doesn't have to be just...
When Jim wears his hardball jersey, that doesn't count as a uniform?
It's not a uniform.
Well, it was at one time.
Uniform, yeah. I think Kevin is pretty brave, You never know when those machines are just going to blow up on you.
Yeah, I was a Brazier boy at Dairy Queen.
There's hot fire and
you were able to perfect the little loop?
I could not. That's why I was a Brazier boy. I was in the kitchen.
Did you get fired for that?
I didn't get fired. I was just moved to the kitchen area.
Well, you can handle hot grease.
But exactly. So I had a little smock with Dairy Queen written on it.
Right on there. Yeah.
You find that attractive?
I don't know why, but the smock just doesn't quite compare to the police officer.
Okay. And then Jim's old worn-out hardball football jersey doesn't count either.
No, not really.
Okay. Well, we know where the parameters are now,
Well,
Jim.
clearly, yeah. I'm going to go get a UPS uniform, though.
We've always wanted uniforms, haven't we, Jim? We used to say, life would be easier if we just knew you had to wear the same thing every day.
You didn't have to mix and match.
I've always thought that about being in. Well, first of all, they're highly skilled nurses and doctors. Mm-hmm. But I've always been envious of the fact that all they have to do is get up and put on scrubs.
Yeah, comfortable scrubs.
It's comfortable. Mm-hmm. They're comfortable. And they're they allow for if you had a bigger lunch that day.
Exactly. Which is going to be the case. I'm sure.
For you.
Somehow we got off the topic of uniforms and onto lunch, which I guess I'm not surprised.
Right.
But
even a car mechanic, you deal with a lot of complex parts and things like that. That would be attractive.
So any shirt that's a uniform shirt and preferably that has a name on it, Deb likes, evidently.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
So you're a hard yes on that. Good to know.
I'm simple.
Yeah. Uniform.
Dairy Queen.
Is that why you sit here so you can see the UPS man coming?
We should go to break.
Is that why? That's why she chose this chair.
Oh, look, he's here.
Plus, they're always running. 95.5 WFMS, Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Deb's got your daily dirt. The person sitting next to Ben Affleck at the Grammys has the scoop.
Yes, in fact, it's a seat filler. And she's telling what she heard, so I love it. We'll talk about that coming up in about 30 seconds. First, Blake Lively and actor Ryan Reynolds welcomed their fourth child.
I think he's funny.
He is pretty funny.
Yeah.
And it seems like they have a pretty good relationship.
Yeah,
but 4 kids are going to be busy. Mm-hmm. Rihanna's Super Bowl halftime show is being described as rather subdued. Her whole body was covered, so she didn't expose a whole lot, which was nice to see. She did appear to have a little extra padding around her stomach, and her staff revealed after the game that she is expecting her second child.
She was dropping all kinds of hints that I'll have a special guest with me.
Oh, that was the special guest.
Got it.
Yeah,
okay.
the baby.
Were you a little anxious watching the floating stage? I mean, it was making me nervous.
Yeah.
Obviously, she's attached up there, but still.
Right.
And not afraid of heights, that's for sure.
No way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Also, the country community was all over social media praising Chris Stapleton's national anthem at the Super Bowl. Carly Pierce called it the most soulful anthem ever. I would agree with that version. Jordan Davis said he crushed it. Parker McCollum called him the greatest singer of all time. Halle Berry face planted pretty hard walking up to the podium at a charity event. And she's posting video of it on Instagram, says, hey, if it urges others to donate to the charity, then so be it.
What a great sport. She literally falls flat on the platform.
Oh, my gosh.
And she's not embarrassed.
Injured?
But no. But good for her for making fun of herself and hopefully raising some money at the same time.
So Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are buying a $34.5 million mansion. That's a lot.
That's nice.
2 people. Yeah. Well, actually, she has her kids. I forgot about that. And he has his kids, maybe every other. I forgot about that. Okay, so they do have kids in there. Anyways, the seat filler who was seated next to Ben Affleck, which, what a spot. You're right next to Ben Affleck at the table with he and J-Lo, and you're on camera during the part where the host comes over and is doing some shtick. And she says, it's not what you think, because everybody made this big meme about him, all the memes saying that he looked like he was uninterested and didn't want to be there. I guess what happened is it was the moment where J-Lo sees on her phone that he's a meme, that people are making fun of his facial expressions. So he leans over and tells her, and the seat filler said that Ben was like, oh, gosh, here we go again. And so they were aware of what was going on the whole time. He still didn't change his expressions.
Sure.
He still looked super bored. 827, that's Deb's Daily Dirt. It's sponsored by Mark Dietel Realty.